And we're live.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to, not Coffee and Ham Radios. It's my channel tonight. I don't do this very often, but I met Chase at Hamvention, and we were going to try and get together there and build his antenna. He got an Apollo from us, and we were both busy, and nobody could. We just never got everybody together. So one time, and it wasn't the greatest place to do it anyhow. But so tonight we're going to do it. If you guys don't know Chase, it's KI5IRE. He's got his own channel. What's your channel? I've got it in the description.
Yeah, it's just KI5IRE Ham Radio.
And
I will post the links in the chat.
You've got like I think I looked about 65 videos are out already.
I think so. I can't even keep track anymore.
Somewhere in that range. It just tells you when you go in there. But yeah, that's good. And you've got your 1,000 subscribers already, I think, or a little over that.
I just crossed over to that.
So Chase bought the Apollo, and we're going to try and get this thing whipped out in about half an hour, hopefully. We'll see how this goes. So go ahead and start unpacking everything, Chase. And
all right.
It's a little bit of a tall order in a half hour, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. He's not going to tune it tonight. There's the winder guys. The claim to fame on the antenna. That's a nylon. There's your bag of parts. I think your instructions are in there. Not the instructions, but it's just the
thing. The QR code.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it looks like this is
you get 100 feet of wire.
Yep, 100 feet of wire. And then what is it designed to be lengthwise?
It's around 64 feet.
64
and
feet.
Then a 17-foot counterplace.
Okay. So cut like 65 feet and fold a foot over just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's the wire.
Your ground could be a little bit different than, so it's always good to go a little bit long and then trim it up to
fold it back in until you get it the right length.
Yeah, you just fold it, and then if you're folding it's working every once in a while, I just cut off a little piece too, because it will still sometimes just cutting it some of the length down. I don't like a foot.
Yeah.
So you just cut the length down, and it'll help tune it too. And I just kind of keep doing both. So you're going to start with your if you take your BNC and throw it in. Go ahead and put that in there. And you want your little cup up. I don't know, the cup on the BNCs?
Yep. Let me take everything out of here first.
Okay. Ape, if you can
gonna
put
lose
a BNC here,
everything.
they can see the cup.
Over here.
So if you guys, it's hard to see, but
the camera down
there's
here.
Okay. On the BNC, there's a cutout spot where it makes it a little easier to solder, and you kind of want that up if you can, and that helps you get the solder in there.
Maybe.
And as usual, Chase is streaming tonight and has camera problems, so that's pretty normal. So the things you will need for this build is some kind of I use a little socket and ratchet to tighten the BNC. Okay. I've tightened it with my wire cutters before too. If they're good wire cutters, you get a good grip.
Like a pair of needle nose or something. But a socket on a screwdriver driving thing is the way to go.
Yeah, or a little wrench. There's just enough room to get the wrench in there, I think, if you have a thin wrench.
I should be able to. I'll probably just try to use the side cutters.
I see the Weller soldering iron sitting there in all its glory.
It looks like he's got some good side cutters there. That's a good thing. And our winder is made with a little. There's two flat spots in it. And it's made to hold.
You want to flip that around the other direction.
Yep.
And if it isn't just perfect, sometimes if you're careful, you can take your pliers and turn it.
On the back side here, the whatever this is, a lock washer.
Yeah, you do your ground strap and then your lock washer on top of that, and then the nut.
A ground strap.
I think he's got it. I think he's got it backwards though, doesn't he, Abe?
Yeah, probably. BNC on the bottom, yeah.
The coax side should be on the outside. where you connect the coax.
Yeah, like that. If I can stop from dropping everything. Dude.
That's all right. Don't be nervous. You got time. We can spend more than a half hour on it. It's not a big deal.
Okay. And then is there
I have all night, man.
Is there a specific position that the ground strap goes on? Or is it just kind of anywhere where
put it to the left side if you're looking at
but you want it on the top part though.
Oh, on the top part.
Yeah.
There we go. Maybe I can do it.
Evans here.
There we go. And then the lock washer.
Yep. On the top part.
Oh, on the top part also.
Yeah, let me see what you got going on there.
I got the.
Yeah, you want to flip that around.
Yeah, you got it backwards.
I've now done that twice.
Well, our original one, it gave you more room, but
there we go.
We were going for what might be stronger. So
okay,
now I've got Chris Radio right. Life. Okay,
and then it's after that it's the washer or the
little lock washer, and then the nut. I don't think it really matters, but I usually put the locking washer last, just before the nut. That way it'll bite in.
Secure enough for me. I'll tighten it all down later.
It's hard to tighten once you get it built.
Oh, it is?
I'm just telling you, yeah. Well, for me, you can tighten it with a pair of pliers or something that way.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It's not gonna come loose once you get it snug.
Yeah, it's pretty snug.
Okay.
All right.
And then you need the ape pencil. You need a pencil. We're gonna do apes.
A pencil.
We have wine in the wire today. Yeah, a pencil, okay. And then your magnet wire.
Yeah, let me go grab a pencil real quick.
I forgot to tell him the pencil ape.
That's awesome, Steve. He's working on the FT8 on the Poseidon.
Oh man, that thing. That's my favorite antenna for FT8 because it just, you can do any band with the damn thing. Afternoon, Roy. Good to have you here. So unfortunately, it chases the camera overhead. He had an overhead camera, but he couldn't get it to work tonight. So we've all been there, right, Abe?
I was just having problems with my overhead camera.
Yeah, and then we streamed at Dayton, and as soon as I got ready to stream, my camera decided not to work, and it worked fine.
Okay, I just wanted to grab everything I'll need.
Okay. You can actually use your screwdriver there too to wind it.
Yeah, I grabbed a little bit bigger.
Just use the screwdriver. Go ahead and unwind your wire, your magnet wire there. Yep. I'd say one of the hardest things on these, we have one section that we'll show you later that a lot of people miss. I actually did a video on it just because we'd had so many people that were missing it.
Okay.
How many of those wires do you have?
I got 2. Is there supposed to be 2 or just 1?
I suppose it's be 1.
There's supposed to be 1.
Well, if you need this other one back, I'll send it back.
No, I don't need it back.
It's good that you have it because a lot of times people need to wrap them twice.
Okay.
I just wondered why you had 2. It should only had 1.
Who's in charge of packing over there? So what does he fold over, Chuck? About 13 inches?
So no, about 8 inches. About 8
inches.
Measure off 8 inches and bend it and fold it over.
I'm not good at math, so
you have a tape measure?
Yeah, but I got to get back up and
Uh-oh.
Just about one Mac keyboard long. It's probably about 8 inches. I'd say that's about 8.
Looks like 12, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
there's plenty of wire.
Long? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit long. Just take a couple inches off there. I think there's plenty of wire. I just did one the other day, and I couldn't believe how much we get. We give way extra.
See, I have a ruler over on my desk, but couldn't get the desk camera to work. Yeah, that's more like.
That's all right.
That's
there you go. So go ahead and stick your screwdriver through there. That'll work better than your pencil that you got.
Just kind of through the loop.
Yeah, and you're going to want to hold the other end where the two come together down at the bottom, and then start twisting it and just get some twists in it. You don't have to get too many. You don't have to go crazy.
But like that?
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
You're not in the camera, though, but yeah, I could see it.
Oops. And you said there's a method for using a drill, right?
Yeah, I use a drill a lot of times, but I'm getting to the point where I don't want to wrap it quite as tight because you end up having to take some of it apart anyhow. Let's see what you got. You're probably good. What do you think, Ape? Maybe
I'd do a couple more on that thing.
Yeah,
do a couple I like more. It a little bit tighter.
Yeah. The drill gives it really nice.
They're evenly spaced or anything? Like the wines?
Well, you want them as close as you can get. So the idea behind twisting them together helps couple them together.
They're still kind of loose a little bit, I think. I don't know.
Give it like 2 more turns on that thing.
Yeah, there you go. You're getting there. They say you don't even have to do it, but all the instructions I've ever seen on it say to do it. So
this is
Mike's here.
Built a infed too, so
okay, yeah, they're pretty easy
so far.
I think our Poseidon's like the easiest antenna that we have.
Probably.
What do you think, Abe?
Okay, I think that's that's much better.
So now you're going to want to get your toroid. When you pull your wire through that toroid, make sure you center it and you don't scrape the sides of it because it will scrape the enamel off.
What do you mean by center it?
When you go through the center, make sure you don't let it scrape the edges when you pull your wire through.
The edges of the toroid?
Yes.
Okay.
So you want 2 turns, but you want a little bit sticking out too because that's going to go to your ground.
Okay. So about
the double
that
part.
much, or
yeah, you're good. And what you want is 2 turns of the wrap stuff around.
2 turns of the wrap.
So now, yeah, go the other direction now. Do you have the the directions up so you can see what it looks like?
What do I do with the instructions? Let me pull that
But
up.
those instructions don't have it on there. You have to go to the website.
That's why I had the phone left out too, so I could.
So you can see it.
Yeah. But I didn't.
I'm a picture guy personally.
Yeah.
You show me a picture, I can build it. Any wise advice for him there, Abe?
Okay, I see what you mean. So yeah,
just keep at it.
Wrap the. So start at the other end is what it looks like in the instructions, like on the end that I didn't bend.
If you got the piece coming out, you want to start wrapping to the left.
Okay.
Does that make sense? You want two wraps of the double wire, and then the piece that's not double wire, it's going to actually go to the center connector on the BNC. And you guys building this thing, one of the hardest things I think is and I bought a little a tool for it, like Ape is using a Dremel. That works really well for getting the enamel off. And I bought a little battery operated one, which works pretty good.
Yeah, I should have broke out the Harbor Freight one, but I'm just going to use the old razor blade method.
The razor blade works good. I've done 1 million that way, so, or maybe not 1 million, but a couple hundred.
Do I want more of the 2, like the wires?
We can't see what you're doing. Yeah, you want 2 of those, and then
because it's kind of like the end of it is over here. Or is that okay?
You probably want that at the bottom.
At the bottom.
So put a little bit more through.
Okay.
It's not super important, but it's. I mean, I've seen guys build these that don't even get it tight, and it works. So, and you want to get your wines as tight as you can get them.
Okay.
And then Ape and I both like to, when we're doing the next one, push it down through with your thumb, and then pull it through, because you kind of bend it up the sides and over the top and then down. That keeps it nice and tight.
Okay. It was 2 turns though, right? Did I
2
do it?
turns, and then the rest just hangs out.
I did too many.
I can't. Oh man, are you a firefighter?
No,
Where do you work?
No, I work in the news industry, so I've always got
Oh,
that running. That's on my work phone with me.
that sounds just like when I was in the fire department. How we get stand out, and all of a sudden, man, my heart just went racing again.
Okay.
So those two should be fairly close together, and you're going to want to do another 8, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 crosses, right? 8.
Yeah, you cross
8 total. But and you want to do that with not with the twisted wire. You want to start going, if you're looking at the twisted wire sticking out, you want to start going on the left side of those.
Okay, with the
7
single strand.
Yeah, and you want 7 total, and then the 8th one goes across.
Okay. I'm on.
This would have been easier if I'd been with you, because we can't really see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it as best I can. It's very compact space.
And I can't tell if we're looking at it backwards or not. So that's
y'all are
looking at it backwards.
Just relax it. We're not in a hurry.
Yeah, we're not in a hurry. I was kidding about the half-hour thing.
It's just really hot in the shack. The AC doesn't work very good in this. So I'm over here sweating after sweating all day outside.
Oh, it's nice and cool here. You're in Texas, right?
Yeah. Yep, in the Dallas area.
Yeah.
So it's nice and it's like 100 degrees right now, I think.
It's probably hot.
Yeah. So I got the water next to me and everything too, because I'm already in here sweating it all.
You got to get your sips in, right?
Yeah.
I think we're about 70 degrees here, if that even.
That must be nice.
I love the weather here. 74 degrees right now.
I forget where you at. You're in Southern California, right?
No, I'm in Northern California.
Okay.
Kind of in the middle of the state.
The good part of California.
The greener part, yes.
Yeah. And are these ones supposed to be kind of tight together too?
You just want to space them out about what, like 3/8 of an inch, maybe.
So I've got, I think,
1/4 inch, something like that.
now.
So you're going to count your first 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
and then 8 goes over and through,
and 8 goes over to the other side.
I can't do math.
You can count. Come on now.
Look who's talking over there. Doesn't know how many parts he's got in the box.
Who's that?
You, son.
How many parts in the box? What are you talking about?
Listen, I was talking to HOA Ham earlier today, and he was like, "Man, that Poseidon is an awesome antenna. I can't believe it." And he's like, "That's probably going to be your #1 seller." And I said, "Look, I would never know, because you know how good Chuck and Jim can count." And I said, "So I said it might be the best seller, but we won't know."
Yeah,
thanks, Todd. I appreciate it.
Todd's awesome. Thank you, Todd.
So for the while someone else slowly builds.
Okay, so that's 7.
Thanks, Todd. Okay.
And then
that's you're gonna run out of space there. You're gonna start wanting to squinch them up a little bit.
Yeah, squinch them up a little bit. It doesn't hurt to move them over.
Okay.
And then the next one you're going to go over and across and under the other side, and then up. That should be number 9.
Over, across.
Oh, there you go. Ape's
And
got
then
a good picture of one.
Under.
Let me see if I switch back over to here.
Yeah, you're going to go over and then under and then back up, and you start winding the other direction now.
Okay.
You see, look at Apes real quick here.
I think that makes sense.
Okay, so he's over, and then he goes under the other side and back up.
Does it matter if I go in between them, or should I go to the right of it?
You shouldn't go in between them. So you want to have So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 goes over, and then I start with the rest of them on the other side. Now, before people get too judgmental, this I made this like 3 years ago. So There's a little bit of a kink right here. I don't want to hear anything about it. Everybody keep your comments to your damn self.
You know, these small ones are hard to actually wind and not get some kind of a kink in them because there's not much room in there.
Is it like this? I don't know if y'all can.
Hold on, we're going back.
Tell the way that I'm holding it.
Let me get you over here on the big screen.
Go. Yeah.
Let me just do some quick counting though. So your twisted side, you have 3 turns in there. You only want 2.
Oh.
So see it?
Yeah. So
you can just pull that one out.
Yeah. See, I told you guys I can't count.
It's all right, man.
So it's only 1 full, but it's 2 on the top.
Yeah, push that thing forward a little bit so we can see it. So it counts for through the center. So how many do you have going through the center?
Through the center, 2 of the.
Okay, yeah, you're good then.
Okay. Okay, and then for the crossover, just kind of like that.
I like ice cream sandwiches.
And
yeah, and then no,
and then
see, wait.
Oops.
Let me look at that. No, you're going to go down under. Remember?
Oh, see, I'm not very good with directions either, I guess. And now my Mac is bringing up stuff, search bars and stuff. Okay. So under and then back over, or
yeah. Then you just start winding towards the top.
Okay.
Away from the other ones. It looks like you're going to be really tight by the time you get there.
So like that, away from the.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yep. It's weird for us because we're looking at. I think you're going to run out of wire.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing we got a second wire there.
Oh, second time's a charm, I guess.
Well, now you've practiced this a little bit, so now you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think Chase.
We're gonna need to rewind it because
Chase. I think you're gonna have to start over because you're. Let's get your tape measure this time.
Okay.
And let's only do. I think you've got way more than 8 inches at the beginning, and you got way too much sticking out.
Okay. Let me.
So if you get a second wire, just take that one out, and we'll use the second wire.
And just consider it practice, right? Everybody's first one doesn't look so good.
Yeah.
And that's not just germane to wind and toroids, just for the record.
I mean, what is a good thing? Yeah, good thing. Yeah, I don't know why you got 2. Maybe that's why I was short one. Oh, no, I wasn't short that, though. I was short wires. Luckily, we had plenty.
I didn't get 2 wires. I know that.
You didn't? Oh, no, you got 2 of the magnet wires, though, luckily. Yeah. If you didn't, make sure you can straighten that one out and start over, and I can send you more later. It looked like you had 2 of them for some reason.
No, I have 2. I have 2 magnet wires. Okay.
But this time we want to make sure you're only 8 inches on the fold over.
Yep. I'm gonna go grab the tape measure real quick.
So what else you doing today? What else you doing today, Chuck?
I've been playing with my printer, printing some things out, working on a little QRP setup.
I did pretty much nothing today.
I'm still trying to catch up on sleep, man. I'm still on East Coast time.
It takes a while.
I have no problem going to the East Coast and immediately being on time over there, but
for me, it's when I go the other direction, right? So if I fly west to east, it takes me out every time.
So you said 8 inches?
8 inches is good.
Okay, that's 8. I think I had something folded over. Let me double check that. Yeah, 8 inches. All right, that definitely looks a lot more like 8 inches.
Yeah, it's hard for us to tell. It was hard for me to watch when you were watching you too, because I think we're backwards, unfortunately. So
yeah, I tried to mirror it, but it didn't work.
If you take a pair of pliers and just hold the end of it, if you can't, well, unless you can hold it with your hands. I think when you're doing it with a screwdriver, you can probably hold it with your hands.
Yeah, I should be able to hold it with my hands.
You're young. You still have good grip, probably.
No shaking hands and all that stuff.
I drop more stuff these days than I've ever dropped stuff.
I just won't be able to twist it on camera, I guess.
That's all right.
Got a radio to my left and everything else to my right. I had everything working last night, and then
that's the way it works. Like I said, when we did Dayton, all my stuff worked, and then everything was dead when I started. Because to be fair, we were trying to help out somebody else in the group. He basically told me I didn't listen to you, and then that was the problem. And then I left my receiver on my microphones on, I guess, all night, which didn't work too well the next day.
Okay.
So we got Hamstick Eric in here tonight.
We sure do.
Oh, that looks
we got
even
everybody.
better this
we got
time.
Jeff, we got Todd, we got Jim, we have Theodore, and I saw
Mike's
Evan was
here.
in here, but I guess he got upset and left. And
What
we didn't
happened
even
with
say anything
Evan?
negative about Motorola radios.
No.
Okay.
What's up with that guy, man? All right. So what I usually do is before you put it inside, take about 2 inches or so, like move your finger up just a little bit. I can't see it. There you go. Come down. Right about there, and put a 90 in it right there. Bend a 90 in the wire before you even stick it in there.
Go like that.
Mm-hmm. And then stick that through there.
Through the bottom, or does it matter?
I think it goes through the bottom side, yes.
Okay.
Because isn't that right, Ape?
I'm winding up. I don't know.
I need to look at one. It's been a while now.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay.
Yep. Now fold it over so it sticks out. There. Yes.
Yes.
There you go. Just
so
like that.
Now you're started. Now go another turn. You want one more turn there. So that's your first turn of your double wires. So go right to the left of it and keep it fairly close. It's looking better already this time.
It's cleaner too. Oops. Might have just scraped some of the enamel.
I don't know that it makes a huge difference anyhow, because it's not conductive anyhow. So what's weird is everything is hooked to each other in these antennas.
Well, when the twisted pair matters a little bit, right? Because you don't want them touching each other; it'll short it out. But once you get to the single strand, if some of it comes off because they're not physically touching, you're okay.
Right.
Okay.
So you'll have to put it down so we can see it there. And what you'll have to do is untwist as it comes out the front towards you, the second one there. Mm-hmm. Just make sure you untwist it and then start doing a single wire from there.
What do you mean untwist it?
Untwist what you got sticking out.
Untwist this?
No. The one you're gonna keep winding. You only want one. You only want one wire now. So untwist those.
Okay.
I've got
so
more.
Here, take a look at this, Chase.
Oh, I got everything popping back up again.
See that?
Yeah.
So we're going to end up doing. See how I have this twisted pair as it comes out? I have it folded at like a 90 degree angle.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to cut this about here, and then I'm going to untwist this part that I'm sliding my fingers up and down on.
Okay.
And the other piece sticking out is what I was just telling you to do. Put it back up there, Abe. You see how the next one. So now you're gonna start winding your single wire. So you want the other one,
to stick
single
out
like that.
So is this enough on the loop side?
Let me get you on the screen. Yeah, that's enough on the loop side.
Yeah, you had enough there. It isn't. It's only like a less than a half an inch usually.
Okay.
And then
You just twist these. So these are
So the long wire, you can cut that one off a little bit if you want. Just
the long wire.
Well,
not
the
long wire. The long wire is the one that's going to keep getting wrapped.
Yeah, you just go ahead and keep wrapping that. We'll cut that later.
Okay.
So now where we were before, remember?
Yeah, it was 8 wraps or 7.
7 wraps, 8th goes across.
Okay. Okay, there's one.
I gotta fix my camera.
What's wrong with your camera, man?
There we go.
Oh, I see what you're talking about with the thumb.
Yeah, you push it down with your thumb first, and you can, if you push it up, over, and then down with your thumb, it'll put it nice and tight to the toe ring.
It helps with it, yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean now.
I should have had you watch one of Ape's videos before this, because I'd have to figure out which one it was, but we talked about this in a couple of videos, both of us, about how to get them. Because I mean, there's guys that we've helped wrap them before, and
they're talking about Hamstick Eric's van and how sweet it was and stuff like that. When I went in there, he had probably about 47 of those big giant sippy cups. Everywhere that a cup would fit on the counter, he had one of those sippy cups sitting down.
So you're trying to say he won the Sippy Cup award?
2, 3,
he must have. I was like, how you drive with all these sippy cups in here, son? But he was parked, so I guess he parks like that, doesn't drive like that.
That's a pretty sweet van. I like those vans, man. They're cool.
It is. I think he said at one point he was debating selling it.
I think
he said that out at
anything's for sale, he said.
Is he really going to sell it, though? He needs something to satellite rove in.
That would be perfect.
That thing's pretty sweet, though. All right, how many we got there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
All right, kind of squinch them together a little bit and get them the same distance apart from each other as you can. There you go. There you go.
That looks way better. And then you can even bring the first ones over towards them a little bit too. Okay. The first double winds. Because this wind is pretty tight on these 140s.
Yeah. Okay.
So now you go. Looking good.
Looks way better.
Okay.
So now you're going to go across.
Well, hold on a second. If he's got 7, so you have 7 on there, right? I can't count.
I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Count the inside.
7. Yep. Oh, the inside.
Okay. So now you want to take that piece and go over.
Up and over.
Put it on camera for us real quick.
Oh no, I've got 6 on the inside. It looks like.
Okay, you need one more.
So do one more.
Wait, I can't count either now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I've got 7.
Okay, then you come up and over, and then down and under. Remember?
No, the other direction.
What?
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
So up and over, and then down.
Yep.
And then which way? And then back through.
Yes.
Yeah, but on the upper side of that wire, you don't want to go.
Yeah.
And that can be fairly close to your first winds.
That's probably my Discord, Jim. Jim's texting me, telling me you can hear the Discord. Mine's going off like crazy.
Yeah, mine's off, but I hear yours.
I think that's
perfect.
Okay.
Now, but slide it over so it's closer to the
one.
double winds.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got that slid over now, and then just start winding it back.
Yeah, you want to go
toward this way?
Towards the top. Yeah, towards the top.
Okay.
And basically you want 14 total.
Okay.
So Theodore's asking a question. He's saying, why do the crosswind Callum MM0OPX? And we talk to Callum all the time. It's actually Colin, and we Colin, like him. Yeah. But OPX is Colin. And we like him a ton. We do the crossover because it lines it up for fitting on the frame better. And this is the kind of like classic design of a 49-1. And I'm not knocking the work that Colin's done, because he's awesome and he's done awesome work, and he has shown that that one auto transformer style winding that he does is more efficient. But it's like, what is it, like fractions of a dB? I mean, maybe it's a dB.
Not much at all, really.
Yeah, and so for fitting onto the frame and the way that we've always built this antenna, this is the way that we do it.
All right.
What's it? Steve Ellington is like the guru of 49 to 1s. If you guys ever look him up on the, he's on YouTube.
Yeah,
and this is basically like Ape said, the classic design. There's different ways.
Steve Ellington's where I learned to make them, and that was this is the Gen 1 of this antenna,
right?
And I built this like a long time ago doing that, and it's always worked perfectly for us, and it has good efficiency. So the one thing is that not Colin, he buys silver plated parts and all that other stuff. A lot of times folks will get wrapped around the axle around how efficient the winding is on the core, and then they'll use poor quality BNC connectors, crappy coaxial cable. You know what I mean? And they don't have, or they'll mount their end fed 8 feet off the ground. You look at it as everything that's coming out of the radio all the way to the end of the antenna, and look for efficiency everywhere you can, obviously. But I don't know if it's that big of a deal. Being honest, just being completely honest about it.
Yeah.
And we got Greg in here. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg. He says, "Oh boy." I don't know what that was for, but
it's because I'm talking mess.
Because you're ranting.
It's probably because I'm on here, honestly. I'm on here causing trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm on 6. Hopefully, I have enough.
So you should have 14 altogether.
Unless that was a short wire.
Or 14 altogether.
Yes.
Or
total
within this wrap.
No, altogether.
Oh, counting the ones I did before the crossover.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, so the first crossover will be 9. Right?
And these two, or just the single.
The first crossover is 8.
So
yeah, but when it comes up and over, it's 9. Right.
When it comes up and over, it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Goes over is 8,
11,
and up 12, and down. 13, the next time is 9.
Count that better than me.
Yeah, let's bring him up. And we'll count it.
Here, let me twist it a little bit better.
Hold it steady. Still. Chuck, are you counting or am I?
1, 2. Hold it close to the camera, can you?
Yeah.
Right about there. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I got too many on the first start, don't you, Abe?
But that's fine. There's 15 on there, I think. Chuck, count them again.
1,
and he doesn't.
3,
you're doing a double cross in there, which is not right.
7,
oh,
8.
Whoops.
See how that's double cross?
Yeah. So back that out and redo that, or just
yeah. So back that out and then start winding from where you are after the single cross.
Okay. This is gonna end up being a 2-hour stream. just in wrapping the toroid.
Abe, you might want to put yours back up there again since you have it.
So I don't know how I did that.
It's all right, man. Like you were saying,
it happens. I built one the other day and I got done with it and it's like it wasn't tuning right. I'm like, man, I don't have enough turns.
Okay, so okay, I see what I did. I went under again, so yeah, go back just over like that.
Okay, well you went way out, didn't you? Let's see. 2, 6, 8 across, yeah. So you're on 9 right now, right? 8, 9. Is that what you counted, 8?
Yeah. It's okay though to have 9 on one side and other.
Yeah, it ends up being the same. I'm actually going to play with one here. I'm going to add an extra wind to one.
Theodore saying that the crossover is a change in phase. And I think if you cross it over and then you wind the opposite direction, it's a change in phase. And when I say opposite direction, I mean if your crossover didn't go through the toroid, but if it goes through and then your wraps continue to go over the same way, I don't believe it is. But I would love to see some stuff on that if you have it, because I could be convinced otherwise.
Somehow now I'm crossing them over during the wind.
Let me see your crossover.
Yeah, let me.
Can you put it up close to the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks better. I think last time you didn't do it that way.
Somehow I'm crossing the wire now when
But you don't want to cross.
Yeah.
No crossing.
Okay. There we
go. The crossing guard will get you, man. Back from your school
Maybe I
days.
should have watched some toroid wrapping videos before
I should have had you watch a couple of our videos because it probably would have been a little help for you.
I would have prepared.
I didn't know where you were on this stuff, so.
Yeah, no, I am pretty green.
Yeah, and if we have a problem, we can send you a new piece of mag wire.
I've always got that other one too. That it wasn't totally trashed. Okay, I think
Jim's offering to help you out, but I don't know if I would accept that offer, to be honest with you.
I think that was a joke. He'd have you soldering already, though. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Can't figure why this doesn't work. He did build his own Poseidon, though.
He did. But he did. It took him 3 tries, though, didn't it?
I forget. Okay. But we're proud of him on that. So
let's see, where am I at now?
That is the easiest one. All right, put it up close, and we'll count them for you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's 13. You need one more.
Okay. Almost there. Hopefully I can make it through this last one without screwing it up somehow, crossing it over.
Or... don't cross it now. Man. You'll be fine.
There we go.
We've got guys that, I mean, Chase is actually, he's top license, He's got his
extra. Yeah, I'm an extra and I don't even know how to wrap a toroid.
Well, the one thing is a book learning and the other one is hands-on building,
That's
right?
True.
So it's 2 skills.
We know guys that have been hams and YouTube people forever, and they can't still wrap some. So.
Well, at least they'll know how to wrap one now.
Yeah.
I think that's
okay.
Enough. And then it looks good.
Did you already put your? So what you want to do now is the double one there.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me think about this. The double one is going to go to your ground, but you need to. Both wires need to be. You need to put it through the. You don't have a whole lot there, but I think you got enough because it's not real long. Did you ever get up the instruction page?
Yeah, now I lost my phone.
Uh-oh. So there's a good picture of it, and it shows how that's supposed to be routed. And this is the part we've found a lot of people have missed.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit next. Maybe it'll.
I don't know if I can. Can I share that? I don't know if I can. I can probably share it. Hang on a second here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Here, Chase, this is what it's supposed to look like right here. Just kind of give you an idea.
So
So the last wire, the end of the wire is going to go to the antenna. You see this over here?
Yeah. So that's this one right here.
That'll be the last thing we do. That's the one that came out the end. But over here, so now you need to probably cut one loose, and you need to go through the if you can go through the ground lug here,
and
then back this way, and you're going to put one of your.
So cut this loop in half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're going to want to. You have to scrape the enamel off of there.
Okay.
Where it goes through. In fact, you just pretty much scrape most of it off, right? And
so
that's what I
right there.
Where I do. Sorry, let me bring you back up.
So cut that.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
But those two, the part that people miss is those two have to be one wire eventually.
Yeah.
So you scrape them.
Okay.
So if I was you, just scrape those things about a 1/4 inch away from the toroid all the way down.
Okay.
And get all the way around, everything off.
Probably not cut the
Yeah, don't cut that wire.
Yeah.
Look at that. FAP
That'll
Labs. My name is Jim, and I can't rep a toroid either. Project. Thanks, Jim. James.
He's trying to buy his way out of restriction is what's going on there.
Yeah. Actually, I saw Jim's. His Poseidons look pretty good. He's learning.
How much of this do I need to scrape off?
All the way around the wire, and about a 1/4 inch from the toroid all the way to the end, because you're gonna join those together.
All the way up to where? To
all the way out.
So all the way from the toroid down.
Which one are we on?
That's the long wire that goes to the center conductor, and you're going to end up snipping some of that. But yeah, and also if you drag the knife the other direction,
what, this way?
Yes.
Not towards yourself.
Not towards you. There you go.
Myself. Okay, yeah, that's what I was doing.
No, I mean point the blade towards you, but pull the knife away from you.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
that should get it off. Yeah.
Yeah, Teeter says you can melt it off too, but man, that's nasty.
Yeah, I use a Dremel. I'm already going to be smelling the soldering stuff. That can't be.
Yeah, I use a Dremel and it just peels it right off.
Yeah, I got one of those Harbor Freight Dremels, but it's not very good.
I got this little one here. I can show you guys.
Chuck, did they send you didn't somebody send you that, or did you buy it?
I bought it.
Damn.
Actually,
what's up, buddy?
So I got this little one right here.
Yeah, I remember that. And Tim's saying your antennas are great. He appreciates being able to learn to build them and the support that comes when you need help.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, that's why I bought one of these, because I knew the support would be necessary.
So we on our Toads Discord, we've helped quite a few people that have had problems, and what I was saying earlier, that the problem we've been seeing is when the people will cut those wires, but they won't join them back and make them one. So you have to solder that together, and we'll make sure he does that. Yeah, you have to put your hand behind it so it'll show up. You have to get it off all the way around too. And I don't even know which one he's on. Do you?
I'm on the. I don't even know anymore. I guess I need to scrape all of them though, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like I got pretty much all of it on this one.
We weren't going to do that.
The knife works actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's working all right.
Those loop pieces, you can straighten those out with a pair of needle nose, make it a little easier.
Yeah, you're gonna want everything fairly straight now.
Yeah, I'll give that a good straighten then.
We literally didn't know where Chase was on this. We put down our thumbnail, but we talked.
Well, I'm glad you put rookie, so nobody had higher expectations. You know, they didn't come in here thinking this is going to be a 15-minute.
That was the Smoking Apes idea, and you know, it's supposed to grab people in.
I'm definitely a rookie, that's for sure.
Hey, everybody is eventually at one time or another, right?
Yeah, we're all new at first. So.
I used to be afraid of doing Torres. Now Torres a Torres, you know, wrapping it. Sandpaper works good too. Yeah, I have actually a little file that I've been using a lot. They buy these little things at the little counter where they are trying to sell stuff for a couple bucks or something. I bought a set of these. One's round. I got a triangle looking one, a flat one, half round.
I had some sandpaper that I bought last time I went to Harbor Freight, but could not find it in the drawer where I keep all this stuff.
Yeah.
In the drawer with the Dremel, which is.
So you have your own shack outside or something?
No, it's my office.
Oh, okay.
But the AC sucks in this part of the house.
Gotcha. Well, it works better than my AC because I don't have AC at all. So
I've got a window unit in here, but if I run it, it's going to be pretty loud.
Noisy.
You can ask Greg about that, but I'm in his sauna bus. It's blowing everything out.
And I'm pretty sure that everybody in here has probably been where you're at, Chase, at one time or another.
Doesn't help. I only had 3 hours of sleep last night.
Ooh.
I got called into work thanks to Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Mother Nature decided there was going to be a tornado last night, so I had to go cover that.
Greg says it sounds like a soft serve ice cream machine.
I like soft serve.
I do too, especially chocolate.
Man, I don't remember the last time I had soft serve. The only place that has soft serve anymore is McDonald's, and the shake machine ever works.
Yeah, they've gotten in trouble like by I don't know if it's I want to say the FCC, but I know it's not them. What is it, the FDA or something like that for them?
FDA maybe,
or the Trade Commission.
Mm-hmm. Or the food.
Oh, the FDA.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Jeff. He must have built one of these. Those things are tiny. They use tiny wire, so that helps too.
I was amazed at how small the whole thing is compared to. I'll have to show my ugly creation that I made. That's nowhere near as. This is going to way outperform the thing that I made. This little crappy one that I created.
Our winders or our Torred's a little harder to wind than some out there because we choose to do a little heavier wire, a little heavier gauge, but it seems to work really well. So once you get it done, it works. We think it helps give us just a little bit more on mainly on the FT8 stuff.
And then I tell you, the Ham police came out in full force about that too, right?
Of course.
Why are you using a 16 gauge wires?
Because it works really good.
Right.
All right. I think I just got one more. Looks like I've got pretty much all of it off. Maybe not quite all of it on this one.
Oh, yeah. Those little cores. I have a hard time. I've seen various different opinions on how you count winds through those.
Okay. This is the last
which one's right.
And we had the Toroid police too.
Yeah, the Toroid police. Ape lost a lot of sleep over that green Toroid that we used on the Poseidon.
Yeah, so Tony's asking if you could use a Toroid-shaped magnet for this sort of thing. And it creates an electromagnetic field. And I guess that's the same kind of field on a regular magnet. But as far as I know, they don't use magnets for any toroidal core application, but I could be wrong about that. Typically, you use a magnetic type of metal, like a ferrous metal, but it's not a magnet per se.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the police coming out on the Poseidon, and it was just a pure luck that I happened to have that toroid here, and Ape's like, we can't use that. Nobody uses that.
I was even being the toroid police at first.
You were. I go, well, I'll just wind it and see how it works. And it turned out to be the best overall for what we wanted. We wanted something where you could tune most of the bands at least.
Yeah, I was like, "Are you crazy, Chuck? Wouldn't it matter?"
Well, come to find out, when you tested it, it was better than the one most people use.
Yeah, it worked. It worked great.
I mean, as far as more efficient than the one that the red toroid that everybody uses.
I think I'm going to be better at scraping enamel than I am wrapping toroids after this.
There you go.
So yeah, it looks like I got.
So we want to think about getting that thing mounted to the frame now, right?
Yeah. So what you're going to do is on your frame, there's two holes. There's a hole in the very middle, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's two holes to the side. So that should go between the two holes with the hole in the middle. That's your distance that you want.
Yeah. So the big hole.
So this goes down at the bottom, right? The 2 wires.
Let me get you on the big screen, Chase.
Is it the big wires toward the bottom?
So no, those 2 wires are going to go over towards the side where you have that tab.
Oh,
there you go. And that long wire, long wire is going to go into the cup of the BNC. So once you get it to the right length, you're going to want to snip that.
And you want to snip
you're going to want to snip it just a little bit long.
A little bit like to the edge of the white, to the end of the white there, where it goes into the rest of the BNC. That,
or where does it need to be lined up on here? Actually, on the
big hole in the center
right here. The
in between those
holes.
Yeah, that's the zip tie holes.
Yes. Okay. And they go through the middle one too. So just
okay. So yeah.
What I usually do is I'll clip it where I think it's going to be a little bit long, and then I'll stick it in the BNC and see how it lines up.
Yeah, I'll clip it. That should be extra long.
And then I'll just keep getting it to where it lines up exactly where I want it.
Hey, look at this is Ron.
Hey, Ron, thank you.
I cut that for no reason, though, because now I got to restrip the enamel.
Yeah, you got to get a little bit of
that's
that
fine.
There. Once you get it,
but just make sure you get the right length now.
I think that's.
Thank you, Ron.
I think that's the
Thanks,
right thing.
Thanks a lot, Ron.
It appears to be.
So you got the right length now?
Yeah, maybe if I move my hand.
Well, hold on a second though. You need to make sure that the other ones reach to the tab.
Yeah, they're a little short.
Do both of them go to the tab or just one?
Well, you're going to want them to join up. So you want one of them to, and you can bend some of that. You can bend that tab up a little bit, but you need one of them to go through the tab.
Okay.
We can fix the rest of it with solder.
And you can also use some of your leftover wire to. There's nothing wrong with that either.
No. But hey, Chuck, I'm going to have to time check around 8:30.
Okay. So that's like in 2 minutes?
Sorry, 7:30. Yeah.
Okay. So,
just make it easy and just get the one in there so you can solder it, and then we can add a wire to it.
Yeah, we can work with it.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay. Did you get the solder?
I would take just a smidgen off of that one going into the BNC, just a smidge.
Okay.
Like
and
a
make sure
inch.
And make sure you got all the enamel off of it.
Yeah.
Like I said before, everything on this antenna is shorted to each other, so it's you can't hardly mess up. But you want to make sure your enamel's off outside of the BNC too, where it goes in.
Line it up and then make sure. I think that should be. Yeah,
Teeter's like winding toroids is easy. Let me put that up there. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. See, I'll scrape that enamel real quick and then.
Yep, I haven't had the best luck at throwing lines either. I don't do it very often. I am gonna. Well, I was supposed to go up to with my buddy Javi, but he canceled out on us, so we're not gonna do that. But I will definitely gonna throw one up because we actually asked Michael KB9BVBR to throw our Poseidon up in a tree because that guy, I don't think he ever misses, but he does it all the time. So, Potato guns, yes.
I take a string and I tie it around a water bottle, and that way I can get that water bottle swinging. Yeah, I got dinner upstairs cooking. I got a big old pasta. I got a nice marinara going with meatballs in it.
Nice. What can I come over or what?
Sure. I got some real nice shaved Parmesan cheese to put on top of that.
Oh wow, the big slices.
Yeah,
those are good.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you get your solder gun on yet?
No, I need to
turn that thing on.
Yeah. What did I do with the plug?
Hamstick says he gets his every time through the magic of editing.
He's saying Ape's Olive Garden night. That's right. You damn right.
Yeah. I've eaten with Ape before. I never would expect to see that guy go to Olive Garden.
I had I had to go out and water my tomatoes earlier too. I got my San Marzano's growing. They're looking perfect.
I told you my wife grows 300 pounds a year of tomatoes, right?
I don't do that many.
And she doesn't have anything in the ground yet, unfortunately. She was supposed to do that today, but she decided to go play with the girls today.
My basil plants are like 2 feet tall.
Wow, 2 feet. I've got some. What's the little sticks that you eat?
Thyme, maybe.
No,
rosemary,
asparagus.
Oh yeah.
My asparagus is like it'll actually seed. The dang thing's like 4 feet tall. I always miss them, man. They grow, and then I get out there, and it's like, dang, I should have pulled that. I should have cut that off like 2 days ago. You know.
What I do with the basil plants is like I snip them, and then they fork, and then you get more basil out of them that way.
There you go.
Okay, I think I'm at temp for soldering.
Let's solder those two on. That way, it'll kind of set your make sure your toroid's where you want it.
To the one that's sticking up.
You do it into the BNC. I'll start there.
Oh, start at the BNC.
And you want to heat it underneath and suck the solder into it. Okay.
Okay.
My gosh, we saw a solder job by one of our friends here one time. It's like, oh my gosh. I actually told him, I go, bring the thing by my house and I will fix it.
It looked like an acorn on that thing.
Yeah.
I'm still learning how to.
Like a pine cone. It looked like a little one of the little pine cones on it.
So the proper way, Chase, the proper way to solder is you heat underneath and suck the solder into it.
Okay.
And you'll actually see it suck in. And once it goes in there, then you can put a little on top. But you want to do it fairly fast. You don't want to get the insulation part of it too hot. But and I like the little solder because it melts faster. And if you did you get it?
Yeah.
Let's look at that. Let me look at that.
Yeah. Let me.
Oh boy, Chuck's going to weigh in on this thing.
Let's check that solder job.
Well, it sounds like it looks.
Yeah, nice.
It looks pretty good. Way better than the one we were talking about earlier.
All right, I'm going to go eat my dinner.
Oh man, you can come back. We might still be here.
All right. Good luck with it, Chase.
Thank you.
And if you need anything,
Chase.
we'll get you extra set of parts if you need it.
Okay.
All right. Later, guys.
So Chase, go ahead and solder the ground lug too. I'm gonna show you how to fix it because we're a little short on wire, but
okay. And the same thing, just underneath.
You want to suck it? Yeah, suck it through. Your camera's going crazy on us, but that's all right.
Yeah, I think it's the smokes, or no?
It's trying to focus on the smoke, I think. Okay. So
it actually looks fairly decent for one of my solder jobs.
Good. So we're learning.
Yeah, right. I think
So
your method's better.
You have the 2 wires. Oh man, when you solder online where people can see it, they will tell you you're doing it wrong. So your 2 wires that were twisted together, now they're separated, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you need to do is scrape off somewhere back on the one you just soldered. Mm-hmm. Scrape some of the stuff off, and you want those 2 wires to be soldered together.
Like more up here.
Yeah, and just pull that other wire and solder it right to it.
And does it matter if it's the way around?
Actually, yeah, we'll do it that way. I'll show you how to fix it. You're a little short because usually I have enough there that I can run it through and because you're going to want to go down to your ground lug also for your screw.
For this wire.
Yeah, I'll show you. Just get everything stripped off, and then we're going to take another piece of wire, and all we're going to do is bridge it. Okay. There's always a way to fix something if you mess up, if you don't have it right. Believe me, I've done this before on mine too. That's why you always never throw all your wire away until you're done.
Okay. Got it pretty scraped, so just kind of.
So now you should have. Let's do it this way. You should have a ring terminal.
Yep.
So you have a little lighter with you?
No.
If you take a lighter and you heat that red part up, you can take it off. We don't usually leave them on. They're kind of bulky. But if you can get that off without messing it up, and then you need to put a screw through that hole on that side.
Okay.
And you should have a screw.
I'd be able to just cut it with the dikes, actually. Worst case, I mess this one up, I've got more of these ring terminals.
So if you guys are ever doing this, you just take a lighter and heat it up, and it'll pull right off, because you can bend them all up trying to pull them off sometimes. And you want it nice and flat, so it'll actually sit there and make a nice contact. And I've cut them off too when I didn't have a lighter.
Shot right in my eye. Probably should be wearing glasses.
There's nothing more important than these right here, safety glasses. You ever guys watch Norm Abrams?
No, I probably should be wearing glasses though. I can't hardly see this.
I wear glasses now because I can't see up close anymore. So
yeah, I'm supposed to. They live in my backpack, so yeah, I might have to heat that up. I'm gonna go grab the ladder.
Yeah, if you cut it too short. If somebody could invent that wire lengthener, after you cut too short, or the board lengthener,
See, I like to do things the difficult way and try the harder way before I try the easier way.
Yeah. Well, now it's going to be harder to grab it. It doesn't take much to heat it up to get it off of there, though. It should come right off now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff said you could have heated it with the iron. He did have a lighter, though, so that's good.
I just try to not have to get up more times than I want to. Been on my feet all day.
See, I can reach my toolbox is right here next to me, so I can almost not get up for anything.
Yeah, I borrowed a thing from my GoPro to run my GoPro over Cat 6.
Mm-hmm.
HDMI to Cat, and it worked perfectly fine when I tried it the other night. And of course, tonight it just did not want to.
Is it an actual GoPro?
Yeah, it's an actual GoPro.
I'll give you some advice on that. Buy a DJI and get rid of the GoPro.
Man.
Unless you don't mind losing footage.
Oh no, I lost audio the other night on a satellite pass.
Yes.
I had my best ISS pass ever.
Just buy our new GoPro. Did you fix that problem? Well, we don't know, but just buy the new one. It might be fixed. That's what they want to do.
Is that what you shoot on as the DJI?
Sometimes my main camera's a Sony.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
hard to beat the Sonys. I mean, but you know what I'm using for like the Hamfest and stuff? The DJI works great. And I've got the original one.
Yeah, that's what I did my live streams on, was my GoPro.
Yeah. I mean, my GoPro, I have a GoPro too. It's really good when it works. It's probably just a little bit better than the DJI because I have the old DJI, but the DJI never lets me down though. That's the thing.
Yeah, my battery was dying on my GoPro the other night, so it didn't record audio. So I lost the entire ISS pass.
And
the whole reason I recorded it, for the audio.
Have you ever got clicking in your audio on your GoPro? Oh, I said you hit
a couple of times, yes.
Yeah, that's a known problem too.
There we go. All right. So finally,
I hate it when I look down at my GoPro and it says, defective SIM card or something. There you go. So let's crimp that a little bit and get it. And put your screw in that hole first, right there see the hole right to the right of it, or maybe it's to the left. It's to my. I'm looking at it.
Screw.
Where the screw hole right where your wire is. And hopefully it reaches.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so next to your BNC, where that wire that you just there's a hole there. So screw the screw up from the bottom. Screw it from the bottom. Up.
I've already soldered it to the hole though.
No, not that one. The other wire, the wire that's not soldered. Just screw that screw in from the bottom side up.
I'm so confused.
In that hole right there.
I don't know. Oh wait, through here?
Here. Let me show you. Let me do this. It might be easier just to. For some reason I can't share this anymore. There we go. See, if you look at that, it's on the left side. I don't know. I think yours is on the left side too. Oh, I see what you mean
now. So over.
See the screw coming up from the bottom?
Yep. So on the same side that I have the
right here.
Yeah. So the same side that I have the little tab on.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that should be where that wire's at, right?
Yep. Okay. See, I'm a little slow. And yeah, James is right. Chuck is very patient.
Hey man, I ran fire service stuff. Those guys sometimes is like, oh my gosh, you've never driven a stick shift before? We had an engine that had a stick shift in it. So, I grew up with stick shifts, and we had this kid that he was going to take the engineer's test. So my buddy and I, who both drove trucks and stuff, were like, we heard that they're going to test us on driving on the truck, which is a stick shift. That poor guy was down there every night for weeks, going through the gears, just shifted. And then we felt bad. We felt bad after he spent so much time practicing, but made him a better firefighter, right?
Yeah, that's how I learned how to stick shift a race car.
Would that wire reach that now?
Maybe.
It's going to be tight.
Possibly. I just got to straighten it out, I think. Man, Ape may be hungry now. I might have to take it.
Yeah, talking about all that Italian food and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's barely too short.
As long as you can get it soldered. Can you solder it? Just has to make it. It's just for the ground radio. It just has to make a contact.
Is it okay to kind of pull on a little bit?
Yeah, pull it in there.
Yeah, I can probably do that.
And even if you can't crimp it, just solder it. It'll be fine. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to crimp it, but I probably could crimp it if I take this back off and then
just solder it. That'll be fine. Just try to keep it off the winder so you don't burn the winder. Melt it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. It's not too hard to just take it off there.
Okay. We actually have to go through our instructions. We've changed a few things. We're thinking about doing some updates to our Apollo. I can't really talk about. We're trying to streamline a few things. I've already practiced with my own. So,
all right, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this with 3 hands.
Oh, you don't have the helping hands, man. You gotta get you some helping hands someday.
I have some. I bought them at Harbor Freight, but they're the Harbor Freight ones. They're not always a help. They're sometimes more of a hand in the way than a help.
Yeah.
So I'll just tack it on there first, so it doesn't move, and then I'll heat from the bottom. Maybe.
Yeah. You just got to make sure it's going to still reach. That's the.
Worst case, I get the old solder sucker out and redo it.
That's kind of why I was saying go ahead and leave it on the bolt.
Yeah.
Put it back on the screw, and just don't put it all the way down. It's gonna be hot now. Watch it.
Yeah.
I saw your finger pull back fast there. I'll be welding stuff, and I'll still grab the stuff. It's like, oh my god, why did I do that?
Yeah, I'll have to.
I know better.
Yeah, it's even more fun when you drip hot solder on you.
Yeah.
I've done that a couple of times.
Oh, you don't have to put the nut on.
Put that on there. Okay. So yeah, just push it in though, and then just
get it in there so you can solder it.
Okay.
I usually solder mine like that because it's the right length now, and it'll actually help you hold it. So.
Yeah, it's still popping off.
Is it soldered? No.
No. It's popping off every time I. Let's see if I can hold it with the pliers, maybe. Yeah, no. I'm gonna just try crimping it.
That's fine.
Because I've got the crimp tool, so.
It's actually hard to crimp that stuff, but it'll get it tight enough to where it won't move on you. Solid core wire is kind of hard to crimp. Well, appreciate you guys sticking around, and we're going to get this thing built. The only thing you probably won't get done tonight is tuning, but we'll get them to that point. Kids don't cursive in school anymore?
Just dropped all my zip ties, too.
Uh-oh.
Looks like I found them. Okay. So, yeah, no, that crimped actually pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like it's long enough, too.
So, yeah, let me
solder that home.
Soldering job. See, like I said, I always take the more
hard
difficult
way.
Yeah.
I'm stubborn sometimes. I'll play with stuff. I'm getting to a point where I don't mess around anymore.
School of Hard Knocks. There we go. Okay,
so now, since your two wires aren't one, take a piece of wire that'll go across from where you just soldered to the BNC, and we want to put a wire across there to make those.
Just kind of like.
So we just want to ground those to each other. So just get one that's just long enough. You can actually make it long enough where you have a little hook on each side, and that's the way to fix that. It worked just fine.
Just like kind of bend it on each.
Yeah, but straight. But wait! Don't bend it yet. Get all your enamel off first on the ends. So when I was building all the Poseidon stuff, because I was taking toroids on and off and on and off and on and off, was a little technique I used to fix things because we were just testing. It wasn't going to be the final. And I would wind with, I think I wound up to 10 or 12 winds, and I'd start pulling them off. And it was a lot of work. And we finally found the ones, the amount of winds that worked the best for all of our SWRs, and the toroid that worked the best. I think I did probably 10 or 15 winds for that, just to get to where we wanted it. It was worth it. It works really good.
I think I got most of that scraped off.
And you just need it off each end.
Yep.
So just measure it.
Okay.
And also, you could get, well, go ahead and do that first. You're also gonna put that capacitor across those two also.
Across the.
It's going to go across. Well, just put this on first. It's going to go across the. Right now you're going. Well, actually, right now you're getting those two wires back together.
Okay. So I should have that.
You can also hold your winder up for me again, up to the camera.
My what?
Hold the winder up to the camera, so I can see it. What you got? Okay, so basically, your two ground. You want to get your two. You can do it back. I'm trying to touch it, but where they cross, you can do it there too if you can scrape it good enough to solder those two together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it.
You can just use a wire across the two.
Yeah,
that's
got it.
But you just need a little short piece of wire. No, you're not going to go to there though. You're going to go the two grounds.
These.
The two, not the center connector, just the two. All you need is like a 1/4 inch piece of stuff.
Oh, so that's too much.
Yeah, and you can do it. You can do it where they still cross up there too. But it's hard to get the stuff off now.
But I'm going to these two, the BNC post and the.
Yeah, you go from where you put it through the BNC post and then down to that, because those two pieces there. Just make it long enough to reach those two and solder it on.
Okay.
That way those wires there'll be one wire now.
If it touches this one, is that okay? This middle one.
Yeah, to the ground lug. Yeah, James is right. To the ground ring on the back, and then down to the where you. Yeah.
I was just making sure it's okay if it touches this one. If it lays across that one.
Yeah, you want to lay across those two.
Okay.
So from the ground lug down to the counterpoise.
Okay.
And that'll join those two wires together. That's what a lot of people will miss. If you look on the picture I had up, it was joined someplace else, but your wires are a little bit short.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's good.
Let me see where you put that, because I don't think you put it in the right place. Chase, hold it up. Hold it up closer. No, you don't want to go to the center connector. You don't want to go to the center of the.
I see what you mean.
It's the two ground. What you're doing is hooking the two grounds together.
Gotcha.
So it's really short.
Gotcha. Now I see what you mean.
If I was sitting there with you, we'd have this done probably, because it's easier to show you than tell you sometimes. So yeah, it's only like what, 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch piece of wire is all you need.
Man, I'm a blonde, very much so.
And you're pretty close to getting done. You only have a few more solders to do.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing a jumper wire country, James. That's what we're doing. And what's weird about this, then we take the capacitor and we are gonna short it across like he was trying to do just then. So it goes against everything I've ever learned about doing this kind of stuff. And
okay. Now I figured it out. So.
And keep it to the back side so you can still get your nut on there. You don't want it in the way of the nut, so keep it to the back.
Yeah, like back here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, James, you're watching this on a phone. I've got a fairly good sized screen. I'm having a hard time seeing it. I don't think I can make it bigger. There is a plus sign, but I don't know what that does. I hate to hit anything that I don't know what it does. That's a new layout. I don't want to do that. This is the part a lot of people miss on these antennas. When we have problems, this is the first thing Ape and I will look at. Because those two wires need to be one wire, like they were originally. I'm going to play with this one day and see if I can come up with an easier way to do this. Since I have lots of wire here.
Crap.
Did you get it?
No, I soldered my winder.
Oh, it'll still work.
It's just not wanting.
Just doesn't look as pretty. He caught me the other day. I hit the edge of mine when he goes, "You hit that with your solder." I saw that. You know he is. Yeah, James, I try not to use my phone if I'm going to watch anything, unless I'm just out and about. Old eyes, man.
There we go. I think I got it now.
All right. So since we're there, did you get it?
No, it's not wanting to solder that. That's an ugly solder. Scrape the enamel, but it's still not wanting to solder.
Sometimes I think it actually sucks some of the enamel down.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just getting that solder everywhere now. Hopefully I didn't just screw it up. Because I just dripped solder down the toroid.
You're fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Still not. All right, that's just gonna have to be good enough.
Okay, so now what you want to do is take your capacitor that we gave you with that kit. I think it's back there by your. Mm-hmm. There you go. Now you want to bridge that across, and I cut some of it off actually. Cut about a 1/4 inch off of it or so on both of them.
Not that much.
I can't. Yeah. You want about a 1/2 inch at the most. Those things are like 3/4 probably.
Okay.
And then you want that to your center BNC, and then you want it to a ground.
Just any ground?
One of those grounds that you just did is fine. Okay. So I usually put a little bend on each side, like a little half a circle.
Yeah.
And usually I'll just do one first, and then that'll hold it for the second one.
There we go.
Yeah, if you just solder one, then you can manipulate the other one. They're kind of a pain, but that's why I put the little half circle in it for you.
See if I can just heat that.
You could probably just heat what's already there and get it to stick.
Oh.
It gets hot. Sorry.
Yeah. Went all the way up the
oh yeah.
All the way up the toroid. Maybe. Nope. Throw a bit extra on there. All right. Now we should be able to.
Looks like you got it.
Maybe.
You just have to hold it there until it cools. Blow on it or something too. Pull the iron off though.
There we go.
Got it? Oh, I can't tell you. And now just get the other. Now get the other side down onto the ground side. So after you do this, man, you'll be building these things left and right.
I know, right?
Getting all your skills in one shot.
All right. I think that should actually be perfect. It's still not that bridge is still not really soldered on there good.
You may not get all the enamel off.
Yeah, I don't think I did. Well,
so if it's soldered,
if it's
you need to get it soldered there, at least if it's touching, if nothing else. But you can work on that later if you want to. So what I'll usually do is once I get that capacitor on there, I'll push that thing kind of flush down, so it doesn't stick up.
There we go.
Finally there you go. So let it cool just a bit and just kind of push that thing down inside the gap between the two. That way it won't get caught on anything. There you go. And you're if you got it soldered. All right, you're almost there. So now what I would do is get your toroid centered and go ahead and put your couple of your zip ties on it. Yeah, okay. Get it nice and centered. You're not going to put your big heat shrink on this thing until you tune it. You make sure everything's working.
So just come up.
So
and then where does it?
I usually come out. I come down from the top because what you're going to try and want to do is get the heads of those kind of inside the middle or down to the side so that you can. So you're through the middle and then through one of those side ones, right?
Through the side ones?
Yeah, there's one towards the front and the back.
Oh, gotcha. And then
up through, get those things
up through the middle.
Yeah. Okay. So both wire ties, the front one and the back one, both go through the center, and then the other one, then they go to the front or the back, whichever one you're working on. The front one, once you get everything soldered, the front pretty much holds itself.
Okay. There we go. Oh. There we go.
They're just barely long enough. Get it nice and tight, get it straight where you want it, and get it nice and tight, and then clip it off. But push it down either inside or to the back so it doesn't stick up.
The zip tie?
Yeah, that way it won't. When you do put the big heat shrink on it, it won't be sticking out. You won't see it. Yeah. And then clip that thing off.
And then same thing on the other side.
Yeah, you can do that later though. Let's get it soldered up. So what you're gonna do? Here's the thing again. See the other end now. Mm-hmm. You want just about a quarter to half an inch, probably 3/8 of an inch. And what I usually do is can you see my cursor? I don't think you can. Can you see my cursor? No.
Yeah.
Can you see it? Well, where the wire is, what you want to do is you want to scrape all the enamel off the back there, nice and short. You see how it is on that one?
Yep.
And then you do like a little half circle, and then your wire's going to come up through the back, It goes in, up, down, and back up. Tie a little knot in it, and then put your wire there and solder your wire to it.
Okay, so I'm using all three strain reliefs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it goes in. You can see where if you look at the back of it, it goes in the middle of it, and then
yeah.
up.
So just cut. I'll cut it a little bit long too. All right.
And sometimes it's actually easier to know where you're going to strip it and strip it before you cut it, but that doesn't work. My wife just got home, so that's why the dog was barking. She probably just conjured out of a treat. I already gave her one.
Oh, you guys live?
We're still, yeah. You met Chase, didn't you?
Yeah. Hi.
All
My
right.
wife says hello. He said hi back. She can't hear you, so we're almost to the end because the rest of it you're going to do on your own.
Yeah, the tuning.
The tuning part, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get to go do that tomorrow.
And tune it the way you're going to set it up. Well, we usually put the winder about 6 to 8 inches off the ground. Usually, cornbread's here.
Is there a method of placing? I've never used a true end fed half wave.
I usually do mine in a sloper. You can also put it in an inverted V. Supposedly that gets you a little more of your signal out. The sloper is just the easiest.
Yeah. Because is there like a method of to tune it where you can kind of tune it where you could use it either method and it's still tuned? Like if I want to set it up in a certain direction for certain situation, like differently each time. I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, what I always say on an antenna, always tune your antenna the way you're going to set it up.
Okay. Because yeah, I didn't know if there was a way to tune it where, like, say I could end up using it as either configuration or not.
Yeah, you can set it up different ways. I mean, some people even put the winder up high, which I don't because that's just weight on your mast.
Yeah.
And technically, you don't even have to put a knot in it. It won't pull out of there anyhow.
Okay.
Push it through before you might want to push it through. But well, no, that'll work. That'll work that way. It might be easier for you. So what I do is I bend the end up when I stick it through the middle. So it goes up that first hole.
Do you tenures at all before you, just so the strands stay together?
You can after you get it wound in there.
Get it through there. Okay, so I come through the back, right, or through?
Yeah, show the end of it. You can't see it.
Go up or down?
Show me. Put the end towards the camera.
Oops.
So no, see the very end of it. There's a hole in it, right in the middle of it.
So
No. At the very end.
Oh yeah, right here.
See the hole there?
Yep.
Now, if you bend your wire up like a little 90, it'll go up in there and it'll be easier to grab. I can do it with one hand, so.
There we go. I see what you mean now. So it comes in there and just goes straight.
It goes up and then down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, what is Hamstick saying? He goes, one thing for tuning is it's good to look at all the bands, yes, before making adjustments.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was a way like I could, when I tune it, do it where I could use it in either configuration if I needed to change it based on.
Sometimes if your SWR is a little high or low because you have it set up weird, just move the winder up and down.
Okay.
Sometimes off the ground, and that will help. And like Ape said and Ron saying, you want to fold that back wire when you start tuning it, and it's so you cut about 65 feet.
Yeah.
It's actually, and then I would bend about a foot over and start there, and you'll probably be pretty close.
Okay, so I've got this pulled through now, and so I just go down and then up and then down through and then back up.
Mm-hmm. So the last one's up. You don't even need to put it on it. You can just take the end and solder it on that piece of wire, and you're pretty much done. Yeah, you can use some magnet wire to push it through. I think he already got it through though, Marvin.
Yeah, I got it through now.
I think he's on the last hole.
Yep. Hopefully I didn't short it.
You're good. So just wrap it around that wire that you made the little hook. Solder that.
Oh, I'm supposed to make a hook in the magnet wire?
Yeah, it just makes it easier to solder. It gives you a nice little place to put a puddle in there. Pretty much we tell people however you want to do it.
Yeah.
Ape likes to put another bolt in. I don't like the extra bolts because it's just more stuff to snag your wire and rip the wire. But I take mine out more portable than Ape does. So Marvin, good to see you in here, man. So this is your first real antenna build then. I mean, you said you built something else before, but yeah you're doing good.
That was all just like bolt-ons though.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Like Amazon special toroid that was already on there.
Already done.
Yeah, it's like the 1 to 9 or whatever they call it on there. That's probably one of the worst matching units I've ever used.
What? It needs a tuner. That's the thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I have to.
So you can fix all the wire once you soldered it. You can just make it, and you, like I said, you don't need a knot because a knot, it just makes it extra, but it won't pull through there anyhow.
Okay.
There we go. Putting the finishes touches on.
Finally. After what? Almost 2 hours. Told you this was our live stream.
We're only an hour and 41 minutes is all. And we didn't start right away, so we talked a little bit first. Hour and a half. That's not bad. Like I said, if me or Ape was actually with you, it would have been faster too, because we could show you stuff easier.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's join now.
Yeah, so Hamstick's telling you that you might get 40 perfect, but then it might mess up 10. So you got to kind of figure where you want to be in all the bands and just adjust it to that.
Yeah.
It's gonna if you fold it over at 64, you're gonna be pretty doggone close.
It's 64 feet.
Yeah, cut it 65. Cut your counterpoise 17.
Okay.
So once that cools off, you can kind of push it down so it's not sticking up, and you pull your wires.
Is that?
That looks good. So go ahead and push it down towards the winder now, so it's not sticking up. Just kind of bend it down, and then is it still hot?
Yeah, just a little bit, but it's okay.
And then you can take your wire and you can leave a little slack there if you want to. It doesn't really matter. That way you'll know if it's pulling, but it won't pull out.
So it won't pull out. Okay.
No. So now you're almost there. So
sweet.
So what you're going to do is you're going to cut 65 feet, measure out 65 feet, fold it over, maybe 8 inches of it. Try it there. See how you have a SWR. You have some kind of a meter to
nano.
Test it. Huh?
I have a nano VNA.
Oh man, Ape would be so proud of you right now. But that'll work good. And then do like Eric said, to make sure you check all the bands. So 40, 20, 15, and 10. That's your 4 bands. You might actually get 6 out of it.
Okay.
But you shouldn't have to tune any of those. They should all be
resonant on there with 65 feet, right? 65 feet away.
Start at 65 feet and just bend it over about 8 inches, and then
spin it over and check it when I tune it. Okay.
Yeah, you don't cut it until you get it pretty close. And then you can start cutting back.
Okay.
If you're still a little bit long, and you know how if it's long, you'll be low on the bands, all right?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Awesome, man.
You did it. You did it. We're all clapping right now.
After what now? Like hour and 45 minutes. So yeah,
just under.
That's
Just under. It looks good.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I've seen guys that are been hams a lot longer than you that don't do as nice a job. Just saying. It should work really well for you. It's a really good antenna.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
The only thing that's probably better is a true dipole, but they're not as easy. You know.
Yeah,
there's not an easier antenna to throw up. Eric's
well with
Eric. Eric, which one's your favorite, Eric? Because I know because he's King Henry, you know, so he gets all the DX and everybody wants to make a contact with him. He's like huge pile up sometimes, and he's shooting past me. I couldn't even get him one night. He likes the link dipole. I think that's the best antenna we probably sell.
Yeah, I thought about picking one of those up too. Maybe I'll have to do another. Maybe I'll do a build video on my own of that one.
The nice thing is when you build all of them, you've pretty much wound most of the things you end up winding. So it's kind of a nice learning thing.
Yeah,
and that's what we're about. We want people to. I want you to build an antenna, at least one, so you know if you're out in the field how you might be able to fix it. You know, if something goes wrong.
Yeah. I definitely appreciate you guys showing me how to build that. That's
And if you have any problems with it, are you on our Discord?
Yeah, I'm on Toads. Yeah.
Just hit me or Ape up, and we'll help you out.
Okay.
All right. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, and we did post your YouTube channel. It's also in the description below, guys. If you haven't signed up for Chase, you guys do it. He does a really good job with his videos. You guys will be impressed, I'm sure. All right, everybody. We appreciate you guys sticking out to the end, and
finally made it happen.
Spending your Sunday night with us. I know you guys were probably wanting to watch the Hallmark with the wife, but you know how it goes.
Instead, you watched me struggle for hour and 45 minutes to put this.
So next time it'll be easy, though, right, Chase?
Yeah, hopefully next time it'll be an hour.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you for sticking around and watching this. We'll see you guys later.